Welcome to South Beach Strategies. Today we get into the world of luxury and wellness with Dr. Eileen Rivera Jimenez. I didn't know the middle name, but now I do. And welcome, Eileen, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Today we're produced by Privilege Media. Alex,
welcome.
who
Thank
will
you.
be joining us.
Thank you.
Adding a little special sauce to your interview.
A little bit.
Love it.
So let's start from the beginning. How did we get into this?
So many years ago, as you know, I was doing primary care and I got burned out really, really quick. Just to give a little bit of background about me, I started off in the plastic surgery realm way before I did primary care. And I always got drawn back into this realm and seeing how much aesthetic medicine had progressed, I'm like, I need to get back into this space. This is where I feel great, helping other people. I can spend time with my clients. I'm not in a rush to kind of make those like 6-minute visits only with primary care. Here I can spend time with you, and that's why we run what we call a concierge medical practice.
Wait a minute. Plastic surgery in Miami.
Uh,
What do you know about that, Jay?
we all know a lot about plastic surgery, right? Miami is what we call beauty mecca. It's one of the biggest beauty meccas in the world. People come here from everywhere to have all sorts of services done. I'm very fortunate. I've been able to work with some people and have clients brought in. They do a lot of IVs, post-surgical. We cater to a lot of people in the beauty world.
That's what makes Miami go round.
It is.
Look good, feel good.
Always,
Definitely.
always.
Dr. Eileen Rivera Jimenez, you're building a serious name with a luxury brand, the
We are.
Rejuvenation Bar. So where did that name come from?
The Rejuvenation Bar came around many years ago. I was throwing around ideas to kind of start this whole business. And I'm like, I don't want like a plastic surgery center or a spa. I hate the term med spa. And I'm like, I want to rejuvenate people. I want them to feel as good as what they look, but not overdone. And that's where the whole concept of rejuvenation comes from.
And now you have offices in Rhode Island as well.
Now we have Rhode Island. We started that last year. We did a pilot test. And this year we finally went to our own standalone building. And it's taken off. I never thought that Rhode Island would be so amazing as what it is right now.
As an entrepreneur, how do you take that leap of faith to say, I'm going to go to another city, another state?
Well, I'll be very honest with that. My husband is from Rhode Island. So we did meet here in Miami. And I started going over to Rhode Island, and I was noticing that a lot of his friends, they were all asking me about what I do here and how they can get those services, especially what is the hormone replacement and the peptides. And I started helping them as much as I could from the virtual consult perspective, but I needed to get in there. When I saw the market was so good, I'm like, I'm taking this leap. And I did, and it was amazing. The past 2 years have been great. Rhode Island has been great to us.
So I know you since high school. In high school,
Yeah.
did you think that this was going to be the path that you were going to take?
I didn't. I know that I wanted to do business. I liked the medical part, but I went into business, and then later on, I'm like, my heart is somewhere else. Let me take this route. And I fell in love with it, 100%.
Alex, I know Eileen from high school, right?
High school?
Yes.
Yeah.
High school is like you guys are peoples.
Yeah.
Long
Go
time.
way back.
So Eileen was always a sharp cookie. You always could tell in class
Nice.
that she was going to be at the top.
Did
Thank
you
you.
Did you ever do any procedures with her?
Eileen's my doctor. She started as my physician.
Yeah.
Right? And then when she went into her own business, of course, we go and support.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
This is the one that you told me about the Botox in the penis.
Yes.
Just kidding. Is that even a thing? I just made that up.
Actually, no, but there is a thing called there's always something. There's actually a new thing called Botox, and it's very popular in the gay community, and they use a Botox to relax the muscles of the sphincter of the anal area to like aid in, penetration.
There you go, Al.
So
you
that's what it is.
Not for me.
got a procedure.
Call X back, baby. All right. In other news,
So one thing I wanted to talk to you about is being an entrepreneur. I've known you since high school. There's this stigma about women in Miami that a lot of people have this idea that girls here are just Instagram models and they don't do nothing.
well, you called it something last night. What was the word you had, Jay?
What?
You had a specific word for them.
No, you had a specific word.
I had the politically correct one.
Which was?
Mine was working girls. Your word was a
yeah.
little vulgar.
See, I don't think that people think everybody is a working girl.
No, I'm
but I
talking
think
about the one-
I think more Instagram model type thing because I'm
Yeah.
sure you have a lot of these as your clients.
A lot.
Okay.
I have a lot of them.
So
I
let's
do.
roll back into the question again. So Eileen, being from Miami, being an entrepreneur, this city has a stigma of girls being only Instagram models.
Yeah.
How do you pass that? How do you overlook that and say, wait, hold up a second. This city is not just Instagram models. There's girls here that are bosses.
It's not. There are some major boss babes here in Miami. I'm fortunate to know a lot of them in different realms, not only in this one. Not everybody's like that. Of course, younger generations, more Instagram. We didn't have that when we were growing up, right? So we had to make it and make a name for ourselves. They have, the gram, and they get popular. It is a stigma, and people want to come to Miami. I want to meet girls, especially guys. I want to meet girls. You have the yachts. People want to live this lifestyle. It's not all like, it's all smoke and mirrors a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. And it sucks. It gives us a bad name, but at the same time, my, business benefits from it. People want to look great. They want to stay in shape. They want to continue their Instagram, their OnlyFans. And that's just where we go. We just take advantage of it.
So you use it to help boost your business.
Oh, yeah,
that's
I do.
Good.
Sure. I do.
Yeah, because I hear this kind of stuff from a lot of my clients and tourists that come into Miami, and that's what they think. And they don't understand that there's a whole nother world of Miami that's out there.
Well, there's Kendall.
Yeah. I mean, all the girls that we grew up with, they're all intelligent, smart, pretty. I'm sorry, Alex.
I have a good example. I used to live in New York City, and before I came here to Miami, my reference point was Nip Tuck, the show. Have you seen that show? That show was wild, and it's all about plastic surgery and, that type of Miami atmosphere. And it's not far from the truth when you get here, right?
It's not far. It's not far
But
from
that's
the truth.
because you're a tourist that came here.
Yes.
When you got here, you were how old?
I was 21.
So you're already a grown man.
Yeah.
When you're raised here and you go to school here,
And
you're
you
gonna go to school with girls who I mean, in our time there was no OnlyFans, there was no Instagram.
Sure.
These girls all have
barely had AOL.
degrees,
Yeah.
families,
That was another question.
careers.
Are you necessarily a boss woman if you have an OnlyFans and you're making $100K a month? Does that qualify you as a boss?
You can boss however you want. Like, I'm the last one to bash men or women that do this. I have a lot of clients that are OnlyFans people. They make millions of dollars.
For sure.
I just say, if you have the body and the brains to do this right now, save up for the future, because our bodies are not always going to be the same and look the same.
But are these people
So
making
save up
millions
and
of dollars?
invest.
They're making millions of dollars on OnlyFans, or they're making millions of dollars through other arms of the business?
I hate to say this, and I know that I'm going to be like, people are going to come at me about this. I feel that a lot of it is intertwined. That one thing feeds the other.
I feel you. If you're making
arm
millions
of the business.
Yes.
If you're making millions of dollars, you're bossing it, period. No matter how you're making it.
Agreed.
Some would argue otherwise, but
You just have to be smart with your money. Like, you really do, especially
Alex
when
is
you're
curious
young.
because he's been wanting to open up an OnlyFans for the longest time.
Do it.
It's been like,
You know what? He's not lying, but I would never, because my parents taught me the right way. And I know that if you do that, there's
Your
no
parents aren't going to
coming
be on
back.
OnlyFans?
No, I know, but I just couldn't.
He has a concept.
Oh, I have a
for
database.
OnlyFans
I have a
that
database.
He has a concept for OnlyFans where he doesn't show his face, right? Al?
That was during
Was it only feet?
COVID. No.
The only feet
it
that
was-
you
it's
do.
a whole nother story.
What is it that you wanted to do for your OnlyFans?
I don't know
Where
if I
you-
want to go public with this one.
Well, he has a whole concept where he doesn't even show his face, And
A lot of people don't do it.
They
Yeah.
don't, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they just have the content.
Like
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
Like in the shadows.
You're not gonna know that you're the mysterious guy on OnlyFans.
You know what's funny? My marketing director, that you guys see behind the scenes, he does like 3 OnlyFans girls, and he does all their content.
Yeah.
So he's really familiar with all of it.
I used to have a couple
crazy.
clients on the positive side. But yeah.
So your business seems like it's intertwining the medical world and luxury concierge service.
100%.
When you started in this, was that your plan from the jump, or did it evolve that way?
That was my plan from the get-go. I didn't want anything cookie cutter. I wanted to be able to, that if you came to my office, to offer you a very personalized service. Not be like, oh yeah, you're here for, I don't know, to do your lips or your Botox. Here's what it is. I'm going to inject you and I'm out. I'm not about that. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to see what you're about. It's going to come to a point where you're going to vent to me, tell me everything that's going on, where you went to dinner, everything that's going on. And that's what I want to know. I want that personal touch with my clients. So that's why my clients are, spaced apart, because I want that time. I want to know more about you, because maybe you don't think that you're telling me something important, but it's something important to your health, and I can help you with that.
All your clients come to you?
This year, well, actually last year, we hired an IV nurse. She specializes in ketamine treatments, which helps with PTSD, pain control. She is a nurse practitioner licensed in psych. So she's very specialized. She handles all of our IV infusions, no matter if they're vitamin or they're ketamine. This year, we grew a little bit more. I'm out of the office more to Rhode Island, so I hired a girl named Brittany Santos. She's young. She has this really great vibe about her. And now she's seeing a lot of the patients. She's doing more of the injectables, and I'm sticking to more of the hormones and the peptides.
In an environment like Miami where there's so much competition for you, what's your South Beach strategy for being different and standing out?
You have to believe in yourself, not look at anybody else and what they're doing. Have a focus, go through with it, and continue to go through with it. You're not going to grow if you're constantly looking at somebody else's social media and seeing what they're doing and mimicking it. You have to put a twist on your own. I typically will not look at other spas or other, med practices in Miami. I usually will block them if they start following me because there's a lane for all of us. Stay in your lane and we'll all progress. I've been in business in this particular location in Kendall for 5 years. Across from me, there's 3 other spas. And business has not been better. Like, we're not affected because we stick to our own.
Well, actually, now you're growing the business because
Yes.
of Rhode Island, and now you're looking to move at an even bigger and better location in Kendall.
We're looking.
Yeah, so you want to
Yeah.
expand and you're growing. So
sure.
something's working.
It is.
And in your business, do you think it's better to cater to the masses, or is it better to just have like a very upper echelon clientele?
I don't cater to the masses because nothing I do is cookie cutter. You're not the same as Alex. Alex is not the same as Juan. We're all different. And we all have different needs. And it's not fair to place you in a box. I'd rather see a very select group of people that really know what they want. They're in tune with their health, and they continue to progress. Those are the clients that we look for.
All right, so here at South Beach Strategies, we like to talk about the nitty-gritty. Can you please tell me about one time where you questioned the success of your business? Something happened where you thought, hey, you know what, this is not going to work out. How did you overcome that issue? And, just some info for our guests.
That's a really good question. Being kind of technically new in the whole space, not too long ago, we had a fraud issue with our account in Rhode Island. And it took us for a whirlwind because between the time that the bank needed to give us back the money, we needed the money, we don't have that large capital. And I can't be draining one office to the other. It was very challenging. I had to sit there and divide my time, kind of move patients over to Brittany and sit there on the phone and get this whole fraud issue settled. And that was very trying.
And did you have help, or what? How did you figure it out?
I think the girls in the front, they really help because they know how to go ahead and like deviate all the patients and have Brittany see them and just give me that extra time to be able to sit there on the phone. And those are growing pains. Those are things that it makes me question. Do we hire somebody else? Are we getting that busy? Is it time to hire a third front desk?
Yeah, so you have an entrepreneur out there who's watching this, who's thinking about getting into your field, and they think it might be easy because they see you so successful at what you do. Is it easy?
It's not easy. It is not easy at all. I don't discourage anybody. If you can do it, go ahead and do it. Count on yourself. Get your resources in order. Try to have a little bit of funds like in the background. So in case you hit a bump in the road, anything, you're not drowning. That's like a really big thing. I'm one of those, I say, I'm going to take this cup from here to over there, and I don't care. I go straight forward, and if I go negative, I go negative. Usually I'll go positive. But I'm very driven, and some people give up easily. And they want to call you, and they want to ask you, how did you do this? You know what? I can't really tell you all my secrets. If you want to pay me, I can help you. But if not, I won't. If not, I won't.
Yes.
Because I'm knocking on doors when I was just starting out. I wanted people to help me. People that said they were going to help me. And they're like, oh, I don't have time, I can't. And I had to sit there and learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. So get all your stuff together, and then you can do it.
You should teach a course.
I should.
That would be good. I'm sure a lot of people out there, I know a lot of women that want to get into the space, and if they have maybe a little guide, because who's going to teach you about what do you do in a fraud case like that?
Yeah, no, that's just,
Fraud,
now
Miami?
ChatGPT can help you.
All right, rapid questions. You ready? Rapid question. What's the most craziest procedure you've ever done on a patient?
The craziest procedure, I had to started to place pellets here in the flank, and that was difficult.
What's pellets for our audience?
Pellets are hormone pellets. They look like an oversized Tic Tac. They get implanted into your body, and they last women 3 to 4 months, men 5 to 6 months. So no more injecting.
For what?
For hormone replacement, testosterone.
Okay, good.
Testosterone, estrogen, that's where we are.
So talk about that, because Alex has no clue what you're talking about.
No,
So
I know what he's talking about.
You know what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, of course.
What is it?
What is
You're
it?
talking about like for people who train, for people who actually just want to grow.
No,
No.
these are some injections that they have now.
Yeah.
Explain
and
to
they
them.
Little
release
pellets.
time.
They're time release.
Pellets is what it's called? Eileen,
you
what,
don't
what are the pellets that you guys are using? What is that procedure with the pellets that you guys are doing right now? What is that?
It's called a bioidentical hormone replacement, which means that your body accepts it as its own, and it's time release, so it goes dispensing into your body as the body needs.
So it's not like a synthetic injection?
It is not synthetic. It is actually what they call cardioprotective. It's very protective on your heart. It's not like your traditional injections that you have to inject twice a week, just because you have to make sure that your heart is not overloaded with these peaks and valleys of the medication.
So where's it from then?
It is bioidentical, which means it's made from the same thing that aspirin and Tylenol are made from.
So from like another animal? Because it's like
No,
testosterone,
it's
right?
testosterone.
All right,
Yeah.
so because I've been studying it and I want to enhance my recuperation in the gym and a lot of different things, but
Right.
I also want kids, and I heard that once you inject synthetic
Yep.
testosterone, it
Yep.
messes up with your body, your sperm count, your
does.
balls, and I really like my balls, and I don't want to mess with them.
It does. And that's a very valid question, and I get it all the time. Anything that you are replacing, the word replacement, whether it's injectable, whether it's in tablets, whether it's in pellets that get placed into your body, it's a replacement, which means the body will shut down of producing any sort of its own testosterone. Anybody that is what I call in childbearing years, or they still want to have kids, I recommend enclomiphene. It's a natural way to boost your body to have more testosterone.
And
probably your
everybody
best
in
route.
Miami, every dude is taking testosterone now.
Everybody.
Is that true?
Women too.
That's a super trend right now.
Yeah, women do as well.
So right now will be a combination of pellet therapy and then what the
And
peptides?
peptides. That is,
And what are peptides?
peptides are basically precursors to certain medications. Right now, the huge one, I was talking to somebody out there, was of what they call Wolverine stock. It's BPC 157, TB 500. These aid you in repairing your muscles for the gym. You have better recuperation. It helps with gut health. There's so many variations of these. NAD is a huge one, huge in the market right now.
Don't they mess with your liver, or
They don't.
they don't?
They don't.
Because I'm
There's some
scared of
them.
these things. Trust me. I think it's time for me to get them, but at the same time, I'm just like Team Natty.
Peptides are based on your symptoms. We also run like extensive lab work, but the main peptide that I love, that I say start off with that one, is NAD. You get mental clarity. It helps with your cells. It regenerates from the inside out. Your skin changes, energy. It's great.
So that's like
NAD is-
stem cell recovery, no? Almost like the movie Limitless.
Could be, yeah.
Have you taken them, Jay? NADs? No?
We got to get you on NAD. That is a huge game
Let's
changer.
do it. I'm down.
I
have
actually,
to.
I actually, we
Everything.
have a common friend who who did stem cells,
Yeah.
but he injected in somewhere where you would never think he would ever inject it, and he did it. You know who that person is, right? Who injected stem cells where you're not supposed to inject stem cells?
Who?
One of our friends who jumps off a plane.
Really?
You didn't know that? You know the story?
No, I didn't know
No?
the story. No, we're gonna have to bring him on and
Well,
he can,
one
he
of
can
our
tell us.
friends injected straight up stem cells into his reproduction area,
Okay.
and he said it works amazing.
What
That's
was the change
insane.
that he felt?
He said, we got to bring him in and ask them.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
because
you guys
that's-
have conversations about your penises that I'm not
Jason
involved
included
in.
that conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to be included in those conversations. You guys can have that in private.
Hey, we're talking about medical health, and this is a medical health issue.
It is.
Yes.
Maybe he
It
needed
is.
some help.
Yes.
You know, guys like me don't need help, but if you're willing to inject something down there, sounds like you need some help.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things like ED,
Let's talk
right?
about
Erectile dysfunction. A lot of men will inject the big vein in the penis, and it helps them stay hard. A lot of these porn guys do it.
So what do they
It's
inject
normal.
there?
It's what they call trimix, and it has like 3 different things that will help them stay hard for like 4 hours.
Because this is very important. Because we got to make sure that Alex takes the right stuff in the right places. So,
Yes.
Al, this is what you can inject in your penis, since that's what you want to do.
If I was
so
going to do the
badly.
You
OnlyFans,
wanna do the
maybe.
OnlyFans?
I don't
There
really
you go.
need that. But honestly,
But just recreationally,
let's
inject
be
your
honest.
penis is okay.
Let's be honest. There are
Just
men.
do it for fun, and then that way you can report to the show, and we can find out
And we
how to
can know if it
go.
worked for you.
Oh, it works. Trust me.
And this is self-inflicted little shot that Al can give himself.
Yeah?
Okay. Do we have any here that we can give him so he can do
No,
some
not right
homework?
now.
Definitely
Oh.
don't need any.
Okay, so let's
However-
get some for him
We
so he
will.
can do
All right.
it, and then we'll do like a follow-up, and we'll see how it went.
Actually, what he would do really well with, and I'm dying to get you on, is these little gummies. And they have tadalafil, which is like Cialis, and it has L-arginine and taurine. It gives you a crazy pump in the gym. but then it just carries on the effect later on.
Okay, so did we bring some of these?
I did not.
Wow.
I know.
How do you come with no toys?
All right.
You're
I have
supposed
direct
bring,
access to
you
you.
got to bring the drugs here.
Hey, it's all about
That's
the
the whole
drugs.
point of the show is to bring the drugs and we try them. Right out.
Hey, we could that type of medicine. We could a little bit of aid never helped. You know?
Agreed.
Never hurt it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I would have taken a couple right now.
I take those
Sounds
always
good.
all the time.
So, all right, this is a good topic. We talked about the men's side of it, right?
Yep.
But what about the female side? I've heard about these crazy injections where these girls got to do surgery and a little bit of roast beef action or something
Yeah,
like that. If you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about,
I
you
know
know
what
what I'm
you're
talking
talking
about.
Yeah.
There's some extra things on a girl which it should look a certain type of way, and if it doesn't look like that, they go to you and they ask for help,
Yes.
right? Give us some.
Those are more the only.
This is surgical?
It's not surgical. It's done with filler, right? So anything that's used for the lips.
I think Jay's lost. I don't know. I don't think he knows
Yeah.
what we're talking about right now.
cannot be
Because
done.
you said that you don't like filler.
I don't
We're
like
talking
filler.
about filler
but
somewhere
we do
else.
it.
Oh, so
We do
you-
it.
so you do
Yeah,
fillers.
Of
All right,
course.
Jay, you
guys do fillers.
We do fillers.
We're talking about how you said some guys need a little help with the injection. Some girls down there, it don't look very nice,
doesn't
like the
look
way
nice.
it's supposed to.
They
be.
got like a roast beef sandwich.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So they go to her to help out.
Yeah, and they want like porn pussy.
Got it.
So that's what it looks like.
And
So,
that's what it does.
Yeah, they come in.
This is
and
a
it's,
good
like,
real
very,
porn pussy. Please continue.
Yeah. And it's very like deflated. And then you go in with filler, the same one that you use for your lips, and it becomes like nicer, like more youthful.
Right.
We do this more on the OnlyFans girls, the girls that dance, and there's a lot of older women, and I've seen this more, that date younger guys, and they're like, we want this to all be like younger looking down there.
Right.
And I'm
So
like,
then
all
what
right.
do? You just like laser it off? You just go get a scissor?
No. No, in our case, right, we just inject it with filler, and it just becomes more plump.
But filler for the face, you said you didn't recommend, right?
We do filler for the face. Trends are changing.
Only filler for the roast beef, Jay.
That's it.
No, she's saying she does for the face too.
We do. The filler trends in the past couple of years have changed. That face that you were overinflated, the lips were bigger, the cheeks were bigger, that trend is out. We're seeing a lot more people coming in wanting to dissolve the product and starting off with more like biostimulators that just stimulates your collagen growth, a more natural look versus that overfilled look.
So definitely when we're talking about girls here in Miami using filler,
Yeah.
what age do you think should someone start using something like that?
It depends on what you feel and if it's a really big insecurity.
But when they're like 21, 22, is that something that they should be doing?
I started at 25.
25.
It's
I
an
started at
insecurity
25.
because of what? Because of Instagram and all
Because
these
of
filters.
Instagram. Because when you live in Rhode Island, right, you're not up in this beauty mecca type of thing. Those women tend to be calmer when it comes to beauty. They want more subtle things, more natural.
They're
They don't want
clothed
to
because
go-
it's cold.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, the cold.
So, but you're 25 and you started doing. You were never big on social media. So what?
No.
Until now that you got the TikTok going, which we're going to talk about. But,
Yes.
But so you're 25 and you were going to take a filler.
Yep.
How did that process go?
So I started in the world of fillers because I worked for a plastic surgeon for many years. It was easily accessible, and everybody did it. We got the free samples, and we did it. I did my cheeks early on. I did my lips at 25, and I did Botox at 25. Hence, 21 years later, I am still doing it, and I've gone through a lot of processes. Overfilled, underfilled, giving it a break. In this last year, I went on this whole journey on Instagram. I don't know if you saw the socials. But
Yes.
I deflated my lips. Like I had everything melted. I stayed with no lips, and then we started to build just more natural. Nothing overfilled that's not in.
And we did a TikTok for this?
We did an Instagram like whole week
Live?
of this live.
That's
Alive.
Alive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And we
That's
should make a
insane.
TikTok out of this.
We should.
Because the
We should.
TikToks are fire. So
Yeah.
how did you start to use the TikTok to boost your business?
Social media is a big, big game changer when it comes especially to this space. A lot of people will scroll, they'll look at your work, they see if they can vibe with you. And it's been a blessing and it's been a curse. But so far we have a really great marketing team, and they put it together. They make us do things that we don't want to do. We go out of the box.
You have
So, it's good. But you have to have a strong team behind you. You have to.
If you can give our viewers one word of advice starting in, the esthetician kind of health spa industry, what would you give them and why?
So you're talking about clients.
We want you here in South Beach Strategies to give our viewers some free game or a gem if they're interested in starting in a business that such like yourself.
I would say if you're gonna start in this whole med spa type of space, concierge medical practice, know that this is not a space for everybody. You have to know your stuff. Right now, because of ChatGPT, everybody has the answers to everything, and they're gonna have the answers before they ask you. They just want, like, you're basically their confirmation. And if you don't know your stuff, you are out. They're gonna go on to the next. So make sure that before you offer a service, you know exactly what you're offering, the pros, the cons, and everything surrounding it, especially stigmas that are on social media or on ChatGPT.
Right, Jay? You use ChatGPT for everything.
Oh, yeah.
I use ChatGPT.
You
for
got me
everything.
onto chat.
Yeah, that's the best way. All right, I got some rapid fire questions.
Go.
Okay, let's talk about the fun side of your industry, the trends. What are the most popular trends for women right now?
Right now, popular trends are what we call the glow stack. It's a peptide. They inject it daily. It helps with the skin. It helps with collagen production. A lot of biostimulators came in this year, and that's what's helping us look younger, our skin kind of just look great. Also, hormones. Women are getting more into hormones. There was a huge thing with the FDA. They're thinking about lifting the black box warning off testosterone because testosterone is great for women. It's a male dominated hormone, but women, we need it as well. We need it for our libidos. We need it for the gym, for muscle retention, for joint pain, for everything.
I disagree. I think the women in Miami already have too much testosterone.
I'm probably one of them.
Let me tell you.
What's the biggest difference between your clients in Miami and your clients in Rhode Island?
That's pretty simple, honestly. Like, Miami patients, they are all over the place. They tend to want to do filler. They don't care if they get bruised. They're not hiding from any of this. My patients in Rhode Island are more conservative by far, and they don't want the bruising. For them, it's very taboo still to kind of get any sort of anything. So they want to keep it hush-hush. They're big on what we call gatekeeping. Miami, not many people gatekeep because everybody's on socials. Look what I'm doing. Look where I'm at. And in Rhode Island, it's not like that. It's like, can I go into the back door kind of thing.
Same question as the one we had before. Most popular products for men right now.
Testosterone replacement and peptides. That's where it is. That's where it is constantly.
And now with the way things have changed, you have a fresh meat client that comes in the door. Let's
Yeah.
say 30 years old, never did anything.
Okay.
How about me?
Let's say Al.
Okay,
Well,
male.
Al, but Al's a little bit
A
older.
little older, but still.
But okay, let's use Al for example. Since he's 100% natty.
Okay.
If someone like that walks in through the door with all these new things like NAD, IVs,
Right.
peptides, would you recommend going that route, or do you recommend the traditional route of the fillers and Botox and stuff? Which route are you going first now?
So it really depends. And that's why I like to spend a lot of time with my clients, because I want to see where they are, what insecurities they have, or what exactly they're looking for. Because sometimes they come in and they're like, oh, my friend has this and I want the same thing. Well, why do you want it? What symptoms do you feel that you need the same product? Maybe there's something better for you. And that's where it really comes down to analyzing the client and hearing them out.
And how do you approach educating your clients when they don't understand these things?
I sit with them as much as we need to. The girls in the front reiterate we're like super readily available to them. In case we explain something, they get home with the medication, they forget, they can call us, and we're constantly re-educating them, especially when it comes to the weight loss products as well. That's a weekly re-education.
And
Weekly.
you're also doing blood work and all these other
Yes.
tests.
Yes, everybody does blood work when they come into the office.
That's the first
You
thing
know.
it starts with, right?
Yeah.
So somebody comes in for a filler or Botox. Do you say, wait, let's do some blood work and let's
No.
start from scratch? You
No.
give them you start with the filler and the Botox.
Right. We give them advice on what filler is better, what look they're going for, and we advise them on that. Once it's medical weight loss, testosterone replacement, peptides, then we tend to do blood work.
Because if you're doing some NADs, that might help you look younger without having to do any, right?
It just depends, because NAD is more long-term. People here in Miami want that instant gratification.
Well, looking ahead, what's the next best thing? What's the next biggest thing?
For the business or in
For
medical?
the medical, like what's the next biggest procedure? Well, I guess
Peptides.
peptides right now are the big thing.
Peptides are-
Looking ahead, what would you? Is there something coming?
Not right now. A lot of new lasers are coming out. That's what we're seeing a lot of. But the peptides have been out for a while. But in the past 2 years, it has been a huge boom. And at that point, we have to see what's coming out. There's more and more stacks. And more pharmacies are creating stacks as we need them. So they're really customizable. So that's what I see coming.
All right, so you're gonna bring me and Jay some product next time
I
you
will.
come visit us.
I will.
The gummies.
The gummies.
We gotta try the gummies for the
Gummies
workout.
are awesome.
Have you had any partnerships lately that have gone well, like with gyms? Do you partner up with gyms and places like that?
So we typically kind of stick to the same people that we work with. Whenever we've tried to kind of go into that space, right, with a gym, with a trainer or some things, they kind of don't pan out. we get a lot more from like referrals. We have 2 or 3 micro influencers that come in and they get their services and they promote us. We see that those work better as working with one of these large influencers. And it's because, unfortunately, they change. They change from MySpace to maybe another one to the one across the street. So they lose credibility. But when you have very stable, what they call micro influencers, those are your best bet. And word of mouth.
Awesome.
Those are the 2 best ones.
All right,
If you had to give advice to another female entrepreneur, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to go for it. But most of all, believe in her. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to believe in you. That is the main thing. You have to believe in yourself.
Amen. And you said you've been friends with Jay since high school.
I have.
So now you got to spill the beans and tell us about the most craziest story you ever had with Jay. No hold no back, nothing back.
Eileen has always been very smart. So in high school, she was not out partying and stuff like that. She was in the books. You always studied. You were always smart.
All right, now back to the question, Eileen. No, I'm kidding.
But I probably had some crazy stuff happen to me in school. Probably not out of school,
it
but
doesn't even have to be in
Yeah.
school. After school, give us some Jay juice.
Jay was great. Jay was one of like the only guys in our class. I think there was you and maybe one more. So Jay had all these girls on him all the time, and he had long hair. Which I still have pictures. So we would all
we gotta
like,
bring this up
we
on
would
the
all,
podcast.
like brush your hair and like give you our ligas and whatever.
We need this
was.
picture from the podcast for sure.
People don't understand that I
Yeah.
went to a school that I send you a picture of our class.
Yeah.
Our senior graduation picture. It's me and like 1 or 2 guys that were in my class,
it.
and the rest is all girls.
Hey.
The whole thing it's like 8 rows of people.
He's still
and
doing
it's
good,
all
Jay.
girls.
Still doing good.
So we were around women all the time.
Yeah.
And these groups that she's talking about were all my friends.
Oh,
so
yeah.
these are just girls that I was just friends with, and I just got to learn a lot about them. And they would tell me Eileen would have a
Yeah.
boyfriend, and she would tell me about
Oh, yeah.
her boyfriend and what's going on, and I would learn. I was picking up on game early, you know.
He
I was
would.
like, damn, because they would confide in me, and they
Well,
would
yeah.
tell me the things that they would tell
Yep.
their best friends. So I was involved in a lot of the stuff that was going on. So I picked up a lot of game early.
Nice. Not bad,
It's
not bad.
true.
And now you're getting testosterone shots.
Yeah, I'll get a little testosterone shot. Why not? I'll try it all at this point.
Hey.
When you make it this far,
Yeah.
you know, every day is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do anything at this point because I'm on free time right now. I shouldn't be here right now. We're always very smart.
I
You were
didn't.
always
I was
sharp.
studying.
I knew you were going to be successful. I knew you were going to be, I didn't know, an entrepreneur, but I figured you'd be like a doctor or a lawyer or something because you were always
That
on the
was my
books.
dad all the way.
Yeah.
That was my dad 100%. He was like, you got to do this. You have the heart for it.
So I have a question. What's the youngest female patient you've have worked with, and what type of procedures have you have done?
The most common, I have young ones as young as 15, and the most common is the weight loss. The moms bring them in, and they want them to lose weight. The girls are already in high school. They're kind of starting to blossom, and I've seen the change. I've seen these girls in 3 months drop 20, 30 pounds. They feel great, and then, they continue to go to me, and these are the clients that we kind of like because they start early with us, and then as they age, they start getting different things. So that's probably like the youngest that I
too young.
see in office.
It's about the influence and pressure that, you got to get your lips done when you're 19. You haven't even grown into your body yet. Just like take it
It's true.
easy.
That's true.
And something you see in movies all the time, beautiful women in movies are never taken serious. And Eileen was a stunner coming out of high school. Did you have any problems with people, especially men, taking you serious?
Yeah, that's very common. And it still kind of happens, like, especially in the business world. And a lot of times I have to have my husband, like, step in because he has, like, that huge presence. And then I'll kind of feed him the information, and then he's good at it. And then I'm just kind of, I have to stand back. It's got to be it's a very traditional thing. Medicine and things like that, people still, women, it's not
the
that we're
doctor.
looked down upon. It's that the men are still seen as different. So, that's kind of my rule and how I take it. Because if not, they're like, oh, she's cute, and I'm like, no.
Dr. Eileen Rivera Jimenez, it's been a pleasure. It's
Thank
clear
you.
that the Rejuvenation Bar is a great mix of luxury and wellness, and that you're helping your patients through that process. And we recommend that anybody go to Dr. Eileen's page, the Rejuvenation Bar.
Follow us.
Make sure it's the Rejuvenation Bar because there's a lot of imitation.
A lot of them. I've seen that, and I'm like, what's going on here? But again, imitation is a form of flattery.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
if you think I'm doing that great and you want to go ahead and imitate me, by all means.
But if you want the real deal, if you
That's
want the
it.
peptides, if you want the gummies,
Exactly.
and Alex wants a couple of those other things that you got there,
sure.
you know?
The difference between us is that when you order gummies or you order peptides, it's not just like some mysterious box that shows up. It's gonna come with your name, with your instructions. Like it's legit medically, like just controlled to help you. It's not, oh, I can buy this online, but you don't know where it's coming from, or it's like just water.
And I think that's why Alex has been so skeptical because when he goes shopping for this stuff, it's usually in the bathroom gym. So he meets
Team
some guy in
Natty.
the bathroom
Oh,
and they
yeah.
start chopping it up, and the guy starts pulling stuff out of his locker, and it's looking a little sus.
Well,
so
and I
he's been
might like
hesitant,
have to
you
hit
know?
up Alex, so he can give me at least like some referrals.
Yeah, Alex
for
can send
sure.
some
See, get me
referrals.
some
Or we can
referrals.
work together, yeah?
Yeah.
For sure.
That'll work.
All right, sounds good. All right, thank you for coming. We appreciate
you
your
for having
time.
me again.
We're gonna make sure everybody sees it on the YouTube and that they follow your page and anything else.
That's fantastic. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Thank you.
Perfect.